In a room full of noise, silence is a weapon. They taught me that. Soon, I will return the lesson.
I used to think that keeping the peace, avoiding conflict at all costs, was the ultimate sign of maturity, a quiet strength. My wife, on the other hand, had a different name for it. She called it weakness. At first, she'd say it with a laugh, a little joke between us. At least, that's how I chose to hear it. But when she was talking to her friends, the kindness vanished. It all came to a head one night. We were sitting on the couch and a notification lit up her phone screen. She snatched it away so fast it was almost a blur. That little movement planted a seed of doubt. Later that night, as she slept beside me, curiosity won. I couldn't resist. I picked up her phone. The chat history was a punch to the gut. It was a long scroll of complaints about me. She called me predictable, boring, soft. Then I saw the line that broke me. He'll never leave, no matter what I do. That single sentence hurt more than all the flirty messages that followed. She was seeing someone else. She described this other man as everything I wasn't: confident, fearless, a real man. I closed her phone, my hands steady despite the earthquake inside me. I placed it back on the knitstand and lay there, staring at the ceiling until the sun came up. I didn't confront her. I didn't yell or cry. I made a decision in the quiet darkness of that room. I would change the only thing I had any real control over, myself. The next morning, my transformation began. I started waking up an hour earlier to work out. I stopped over-explaining my decisions or apologizing for things that weren't my fault. When she spoke, I listened, but I reacted less. I became an observer in my own life. She noticed the shift, the new distance between us. But she misinterpreted it completely. She saw my quietness not as strength but as submission. Her confidence swelled. She became bolder, more careless. The late nights out became more frequent, the excuses flimsier. She stopped hiding. She'd openly mock my calmness, calling it weakness to my face. I'd just smile and let her think she was winning. But behind that smile, I was building an entirely new life. I poured all my energy into my health, my career, and rediscovering my own boundaries. I started setting my own terms. And I documented everything. Every suspicious message, every late-night arrival, every lie. It all went into a digital folder, a quiet testament to the truth. One day she had an idea. She wanted to host a big party for all our friends. In her mind, it was the perfect stage to show off, to parade her victory. I agreed without a moment's hesitation. The night of the party was a whirlwind of music and forced laughter. She stuck to her affair partner's side all evening, their body language telling a story everyone in the room could read, even if they pretended not to see. At one point, raising her glass, she made a toast and joked about how lucky she was to have such an easygoing, nice husband. Her friends laughed, but it was a nervous, uncomfortable sound. I just waited. Later, when the music softened and there was a lull in the conversation, I stood up. The room fell quiet. I calmly thanked everyone for coming to our home. Then I started talking about respect, about how true strength is often quiet, not loud and boastful. And then, without raising my voice, without a single insult, I laid out the truth. As I spoke, phones around the room started to light up. I had sent the evidence from my folder to our mutual friends in real time. Screenshots, timelines, the unvarnished facts. Her triumphant smile dissolved. The man standing beside her took a physical step back, as if he'd touched a hot stove. She tried to interrupt, to protest, but the words wouldn't come. She was speechless. I never raised my voice. I walked over to her and gently handed her a manila envelope containing the divorce papers. Her face was a mask of disbelief. "When did you become like this?" she whispered, her voice shaking. I looked at her, really looked at her, and said, "I was always like this. I just stopped wasting my energy proving my worth to people who didn't matter." The room emptied out remarkably fast after that. She was left standing there, trembling in the middle of her own party. I turned and walked out the front door without a single look back. The night air outside felt different. It felt lighter, cleaner. I could breathe again. The days that followed were surprisingly quiet. The storm had passed. She went through the predictable stages, begging, then blaming, then floods of apologies. but I remained a calm, steady rock. The divorce proceeded smoothly, without drama. Her affair partner vanished the moment reality hit. Some of my friends reached out, full of regret for not speaking up sooner and a newfound respect. I rebuilt my life and my daily routine, this time centered on peace, not on performance. Peace became my new normal. A while later, she sent me a message. "I never thought you'd actually change and leave." I typed back a simple reply. "I didn't change. I just stopped shrinking myself to fit into your world." Strength isn't about cruelty or revenge. It's about self-respect. I never needed to scream or fight to win. My clarity was enough. Walking away with my dignity was enough. Being underestimated was the last gift she ever gave me, and I made sure to use it wisely. Thanks for listening. Remember to follow for more stories.